A wild Katsuo comes into season twice. First during the summer when it is called Hatsu Katsuo, and then during the fall when it is called Modori Katsuo. Since they are migratory fish, Katsuo travel into the Sea of Japan, then migrate northward, returning to the Southern Sea during the fall. There are 4 types of Katsuo in the Sea of Japan, but the most commonly known is the Hon Katsuo. The Katsuo that is shown here is a wild Hon Katsuo, caught from the sea near Katsuura. In choosing the best Katsuo, make sure the body is well rounded. The gills inside should be a nice red color. Pull on the pectoral fin, and check the inside for the meat's color to better determine the freshness. The best Katsuo should have a bluish shine on its body, and the tail area should retain a rough texture. Before the filleting begins, remove the hard scales from the pectoral area of the fish. Move the blade of the knife from the midsection towards the head. This will remove the scales, but take precaution not to damage the meat during this process. This scaling process is called tsubiki. Repeat the tsubiki scaling process on the other side of the fish as well. With the stomach facing towards you, open the fish by starting at the anus area and opening the fish up to the pectoral area. Turn the fish over to its other side and place the blade at the base of the pectoral fin at an angle. Start the cut at the base of the pectoral fin on both sides and remove the head. Remove the intestines by hand. Since there is sand along the veins of the spinal column, remove it by scraping at the spinal column with the tip of the knife. Using bundled bamboo stakes, clean the fish along the spinal column under running water. Make sure to clean thoroughly, or you might leave a trace of blood on the fish. Much like the tuna, Katsuo also has a hard fin along the top of its tail area. In order to remove this portion, place a cut on both sides of the fin. Once the fin is slightly lifted from its place, remove this area by pushing the knife upward along the back. Once the spinal fin has been removed, begin the filleting process. Expand the last cut that has been made along the stomach area all the way to the tail area. Make sure the tip of the blade is touching the spinal column. Turn the fish over and begin cutting along the backside. The tip of the blade should be touching the spinal column also. Starting at the tail portion, insert the blade through the back all the way into the stomach side. Push the blade along the spinal column towards the head. Remove the connecting meat at the end of the tail portion and remove the fillet. Using the same process, remove the bone from the other half of the Katsuo. The texture of Katsuo meat is more delicate compared to other fish, so handle with extreme care so as to not break or damage the meat. Remove the spinal bone. Split the fillet into 2 using the middle spinal column as a guide. From here, remove the bones gently. Split the fillets into 2 portions, a stomach side and back side. Use the bones as a guide and split the fillets down the middle. Remove the remaining blood. The blood vessels in a Katsuo are dark red in color, so remove these before preparation. In this example, we will be making Katsuo tataki by using the back loin. Place several metal stakes along the back near the skin side. In order to steady everything in place, insert one more steak starting at the tail and exiting at the head. Lightly salt the skin and sear the skin side of the katsuo. Once the skin is nicely seared, place immediately in a bowl of cold ice water. Tataki should be cut generously and served with lots of condiments. Onion, myoga, garlic, and oba should be used for the condiments. Then top it with ponzu or tosasu. This completes the Katsuo tataki. Next is the Katsuo sushi. Remove the skin from the meat and cut the meat thinly. Since Katsuo is an acquired taste, a lot of condiments should be on top, even for the sushi. The current trend is topping off with garlic chips, which is something you might want to try.